Well, good afternoon, everybody. It's Alex here with Regal Kia again. Kind of doing something a little bit different today. We're kind of in the weekend civilian clothes, if you will. Kind of decided to take a vehicle out over the weekend to get out of the normal midweek kind of rush traffic and see how some of these vehicles are on the weekend. The vehicle I actually am reviewing today is one that I have really been looking forward to. I don't think it's any surprise from some of my videos that I'm a bit of an import vehicle kind of fanboy, and I really have liked the Kia vehicles lately. They have been they've upped their game the last couple years, and these vehicles are really starting to turn some heads in the automotive community and garner a lot of respect. The vehicle that I'm in today is the 2016 Kia Sorento. This is actually the SX model with a V6. It's a 3.3 liter V6, 290 horsepower, 252 pounds of torque. This thing is really fun to drive, great amount of power. There's 3 engines available in this vehicle. There's a 2.4 liter 4-cylinder, just kind of the standard motor in this one. And then they also offer a 2 liter turbocharged, which is really fun to drive, gives you good fuel economy, and still you get a great amount of power out of it, so that's a lot of fun. You got available all-wheel drive in this thing. Just a really exciting vehicle. I look forward to kind of sharing a little bit more with you about today as we go through some of the ins and outs of the 2016 Kia Sorento. Hang around. You know, one of the first things you'll notice about the new Sorento as you walk up to it is it's really grown up. They've added 3 inches in length, which has added a lot of much needed interior volume space, especially in the third row seat, which is a great feature for this. You know, in recent years, the Kia Sorento was kind of a competing vehicle for some of the smaller SUVs. So it was slightly larger than the small ones, but for the same money, so it kind of gave you a little bit more vehicle for the same price. But now what they've actually done by increasing this volume is now it's the same size as some of the really nice mid-size SUVs, but you can get it with the same premium quality features, but at a little bit of a discount price. So Kia's really, I think, stepped this vehicle into a better market, because they do have the Sportage that can handle that lower, smaller vehicle, and they've stepped up this Sorento into that mid-size SUV class. So it's really, with those interior volumes, you've actually gained 2 full inches of leg room in the third row seat, which is a big deal for some of your taller passengers that may be back there. Makes it even that much more comfortable for kids. And the other great thing is that this center row is actually on slide rails. So if you've got kids in the middle and you want to put an adult in the back, you can slide that center row forward and even more so maximize the legroom in the back. The other great thing is because that third row seat and the middle row seat can both fold flat, you end up with 74 cubic feet of interior cargo space in this thing, which is head and shoulders. It's the biggest available in its current segment, and that is really a nice trump card for a vehicle, because the U in SUV stands for utility, and so these vehicles have to be able to do this kind of things. It's got to be comfortable, it's got to be plush, it's got to be advanced, it's got to be, you know, technologically cutting edge, and this vehicle is. I need to have that utility side of it. Go pick up a bunch of firewood, and being able to lay that stuff down in the back gives me the space I need to also have the utility. The towing capacity on this thing, in this model that I'm in right now, the SX V6, you actually get 3,500 pounds of towing capacity in addition to what you can bring inside as payload. So you're going to have 3,500 pounds of available towing with the standard trailer hitch on the front wheel drive model, and if you go up to the all-wheel drive model, 5,000 pound towing capacity. I mean, that's really stepping up the game. There's not a lot of import vehicles in this size that you're going to see that in, and with the premium quality, interior trim and features, the way everything's put together, they've just upped the game so much in this vehicle. I'm totally blown away by it. Actually, when I had this vehicle this weekend, I put my kids in it, and I took it out for a drive with the kids in it. I wanted to see what did they think about this vehicle. Some of the things that the kids love about this vehicle, one is the comfort of the back row. They get their own air conditioning controls. They really love that kind of stuff. It's that kid thing where they get to be in control of something, and this vehicle gives them a lot of that back there in the rear. They also have plenty of space. That was one thing that my daughter said, is that it was really spacious and comfortable. So she really enjoyed sitting back there. My son loved the style of it. He thought, with the black and the trim and the different finishes, he thought it was really, really cool. The other thing that was kind of a party piece for them was this massive, massive sunroof, which goes way, way back, panoramic. Look at the size of that thing. It is huge. I don't know if you can even see it on camera, but it's basically 2/3 of the length of the vehicle. It's this massive panoramic sunroof. The kids absolutely loved that. You know, it's just, it's been a really great time being inside this vehicle. The kids absolutely love it. So this vehicle is absolutely going to get one of our Regal Automotive kid tested, kid approved stamps. So I can sit in this car all day long and tell you that it's quiet. But what does that really mean? Well, what I've decided to do is, from now on, all of my reviews, one of the things that'll be done during the review is I'm going to get on an interstate and I'm going to drive down the road at 70 miles an hour, and then I'm going to pull out a decibel meter and we're going to see what our decibel rating is. And then we really will get a consistent, this is what I mean by how loud this vehicle is. And then we can actually start rating and say, okay, well, this is 2 decibels quieter than the Chevy Tahoe was, but it's 2 decibels louder than what the Kia K900 was. So in a minute here, we're actually going to pull out onto Interstate 4, and then I'm going to pull out my decibel meter once we get up to 70, and we'll see what quiet really means in this vehicle. So, cruise, set at 70 miles an hour. Between 69 and 70 decibels when I'm not yakking. That's pretty good. The only noise I actually hear is the paper temporary tag on the back of the vehicle flapping in the wind as I drive down the road. So you're not going to have that issue when you actually have on a regular license plate that's screwed in place. Mine is a plastic one. The safety on the 2016 Sorento is, it's actually something interesting to talk about, because if you go onto the Kia website and you pull up Sorento, and it has the spot where you can look at all of the features, I just do it. We'll pull up the safety features page and just look at it. I printed out a copy for you. I don't know if you can see this. You'll notice one pretty consistent feature, which is that everything is standard on every trim level. I love that. I don't think that anything that has to do with the safety and the operation of the vehicle should be optional on any trim level. And apparently Kia kind of feels the same way. Everything is on every model. Electronic stability control, traction control, airbags. I mean, you've got dual stage front, side airbags on the sides of the seats, side curtain airbags all the way back, rollover sensors, hill climb assist, hill start assist. There's literally so many things on here to read off that it has. Electronic brake force distribution is standard on every single model. I mean, these are features that just 3 years ago were only found on premium vehicles, and now here they are standard in every single Kia. When I pulled up the website doing my research and I actually looked at the safeties page, and I see every single thing is standard on every single one, it cracked me up. I just find that to be very interesting, that finally car companies are starting to get into the way that, look, safety in the vehicle has to be job one. Performance, handling, all those things are extremely important, but if the car's not safe, very few people are going to ever look at it. And I think that they're coming to realize that, and manufacturers are doing a phenomenal job of making cars safer to be in. And this Kia, you know, I mean, everything is there on every single one of them. Just go to the page and look at it. I'll put a link in the description of this video to take you straight to that spot on the website, but just go look at it. It's very telling to see that just standard for everything. So, take a look at it. It's just a great vehicle. Come in, visit us on the website, regalkia.com. Call us up, 863-904-1170. Set up a time to come in and take one of these vehicles out on the road. If you are in the market for a family vehicle, for an outdoor kind of fun recreational vehicle, If you're in the market for a motorized vehicle, you need to come look at this car before you make a decision. Out of bounds, incredible vehicle. Come down, see us. Have a good day.